The Fox West Texas Sports Report, sponsored by T-Mobile.
What is going on, West Texas? I'm Damian Bartonic, and y'all already know the drill. Let's get into all things sports. Now, football season is here, and one school in particular, the Angelo State Rams, opened their season tonight. Now, they took on the West Alabama Tigers, and Angelo State dominated in Gerald Gardner's first start. The Rams quarterback finished going 16 of 29 for 292 yards, 2 tubs, and 2 picks, but the Rams offense also averaged over 4 yards a clip on Thursday night. But the star of the show was the defense. They set the tone with 10 tackles for loss, 6 pass breakups, and most importantly, y'all, 5 takeaways. Now, we know the Rams have title aspirations, and this defense gives them good reason to do so. Now, keeping it with ASU, the Ram-Bell soccer team opened up their 2023 season tonight as well against Central Oklahoma. Now, the Broncos were in control of this game throughout the initial 78 minutes of this one as they took a 3-1 lead. But like the Golden State Warriors, they also blew a 3-1 lead. In the final 11 minutes, the Ram-Bell scored 2 goals, one of which came off a corner kick in the 89th minute to end this game in a draw and escape Oklahoma with a point. Now, before I go, let's dive into some college football one more time and talk about these Texas Longhorns and the defending Big 12 champs, the TCU Horned Frogs. Now, UT takes on a very familiar opponent in Rice on Saturday afternoon. And Texas has not lost to them since 1994, all right? But even with history on their side, head coach Steve Sarkisian still has an emphasis on establishing what he says their style of football this weekend.
It comes down to our standard and the way we live and the way we go about it, and that's what this week's going to be no different. Today, tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, then ultimately Saturday. We got to have great energy. We've got to play our style, which is aggressive, fast, physical, and then we got to be tough and we got to be smart.
Now, the former Big 12 champs are without quarterback Max Duggan as he went on to the NFL, and they also enter Saturday's contest welcoming Colorado coach Deion Sanders, primetime to D1 football. And interestingly enough, Coach Sonny Dykes has made his name at this level of ball, and Coach Prime has cemented his legacy in the sport. But both of these coaches know Saturday's game comes down to quarterback play.
I don't know if you've ever watched him play, but the kid makes really good decisions. That's one of the biggest assets that he has. He makes good decisions. He protects the ball. He dissects the defense and get us in the play that we need to run. He changes that.
You know, you can see the progression of that young quarterback, and I think he's taken a lot of snaps, and I think the fact that he's played so much, I think will serve him well, you know, going into the game Saturday.
Now, the beautiful thing about this weekend is it is both the Longhorns opener and it will be the debut of Coach Prime in Colorado. But something even greater, y'all, is that you can watch both of these games here on Fox West Texas. But as for tonight, here's some more news for you that you may have missed after the break.
The Fox West Texas Sports Report, sponsored by T-Mobile.